All right, and what a season that they had. When you talk about the first time, we talk about a lady who has done so much as far as football is concerned. They know her from a developmental perspective because when you talk about Lamontville Golden Arrows, you're talking about a team that brings youngsters up from tender age of about even 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then they start playing serious football. And in the end, that developmental football takes them to a level where we can start celebrating them in the MDC. And we saw them this season. They did so well, had a fantastic record, and of course walked away being the champions. And we congratulate the lady at the helm of everything. Mato Madlala, welcome to the Magic Couch.
Thank you. And also good evening to the people who are watching the show and to everybody who is here.
It feels good to be on the Magic Couch, doesn't it?
Give it time. I'll tell you before I leave.
But you're feeling comfortable for now, though?
Yes, I am. I am comfortable.
Well, this is like past your bedtime.
I know.
This
and not only bedtime as well, past everything as well. Shoes off, you know, and I won't say on air what else at this time. You know, it's past everything off.
Hey, but all right. Sorry, we're just gonna put their parental guidance at the bottom so that anybody can watch the show. This is how relaxed we want our guests to be on the show. Hey, you're a champion. How did that make you feel? I mean, you must have been proud of those youngsters.
Yeah, very proud, considering where they come from. And when they started, no one ever thought that they'll get to the stage. But more importantly as well is the platform that they've been given. Because without that platform, no one would have known about them. Without that platform, they wouldn't be going to Netherlands where they are going now. And also without that platform as well, my own coaches wouldn't really have known what talent they have in their midst.
Sure. And what a journey, though. You talk about Holland. I'm working backwards and forwards now. It doesn't matter. But that Holland trip is going to be massive. When is it happening?
They leave tomorrow. They all leave tomorrow for Holland.
And you're going to find that a lot of them are just flying that distance for a very first time.
I would have liked to say that, but half-half. Half will be. Half has been with the team for, as you know, from 9 years.
Yeah.
They've done about 5 international tournaments,
already,
starting at age 9. They've been to Prague, they've been to Sweden, they've been to America, they've been to most countries. But this one, at this age as well, I think it's their coming of age.
Now, a lot of people obviously, I mentioned it as I was introducing you, that when it comes to development, everybody knows in this country that you put a lot into development. You, resources-wise, put a lot into development. And I think when we saw the MDC this season, and it showed again, why are the youngsters, why is that development so important for you?
Because from where I come from as well, it's all about giving an opportunity to someone who would have not had that opportunity. Where I come from, it's one of those provinces that are not rich in gold, not rich in money, and football becomes then one of those important parts in their lives as well. I said to somebody this morning when we were talking about their trip, talking about what MultiChoice have done as well. We always look at events when they bring festival. We look at economic impact that it leaves behind wherever they go. But I said to somebody, no one has ever also counted to say from now, from the time MultiChoice started, the Diski started, the salaries of the players, what the impact that has on their families and the opportunities as well that the Diski has opened up for them as well. I mean, it has changed so many lives. I know with my own boys as well, it has changed their lives.
Sure. I'm amazed, though, because when you talk about salaries, it must be exciting. I mean, imagine Moeng, ching, ching. Now, they're able to boast and say, I did not have before, but now I've got.
Now I have I like what Mamanto said was that they're not only looking at development, it's also how to develop these players financially. And that's something that's been lacking, especially in football in this country, where we've seen stories so many times of players who play in the highest league who are still earning peanuts, can't afford half of the things that they have to own or even travel to the stadiums to go play the games. And it's so interesting to see that financially, you're actually making sure that these boys are on the right passage so that when they do get to the big teams, they already know how to financially manage themselves. And that's something that's very important for our players.
Because it's an important question she's asking about financial management. Do you find yourself now obviously playing mother to them and saying that don't waste this money? Football is not like a career until you're 85 years old. Do you get involved in trying to assist them
We do, and that's why at this age it's still basically like a stipend, where they know they've got to pay for their gym fees, they've got to get to training. When they're training, they get breakfast, but they've got to manage that as well. They bring themselves to training, and half of them are at varsities, they are at technicons, so they've got to make that rent, stretch and last.
Oh. All right, as we're chatting to you now, I'm sure you can just see on the back screen there, and we're looking at some of the visuals at the end of, I mean, that medal ceremony would have meant so much to all of these players. The trophy is there. It was a nerve-wracking end, though. I mean, I'm sure now, I know you not to really watch a lot of the games live, where somewhere more 20 or under the couch. Be honest with us. Where were you when this game was on?
I was home. I was switching on and off. I couldn't take it. I thought I was going to have a heart attack. It got to the stage where I thought the game was coming to an end, and those goals were not happening. They were not finishing the goals as well. So it was on and off. I was watching and not watching, and I thought I would also have a heart attack.
But when it got to that moment that we're watching now on the screen of the medal ceremony, I'm sure you had relaxed and you realized that they had won. That would have been easier to watch.
Yeah, I did that, and then I rewinded that. Then I started watching it from the beginning. At that stage, then you are relaxed, you know the results, so it's easy to watch.
Now, the important thing, Moeng, is the fact that you don't achieve participation with an MDC. Mose Latin. You have to be part of the PSL. You have to be part of premiership football. And what a relief. I mean, boom. First season back after bouncing back, and then you clinched that a lot of teams the previous season were not able to take. I mean, that alone, again, for me, comes across as an achievement.
But I was very excited when it was launched, even though Ngangse Hlatini, because I believe in development as well. So I said, finally, something good for football. I was in Durban with them when they launched that. I attended the opening. I followed MultiChoice Diski, because who would develop for you? Because the money that we're supposed to use on these kids to develop them, here is MultiChoice saying to us, we will take care of that. We will pay for all the expenses. We will fly these boys all over. I mean, even that game that you're talking about, that stage, I mean, people talk about going to FNB full stage, but that on its own was something else, was something that I couldn't have bought for these boys. It's an experience that they will cherish, an experience that they will use going forward. Who gives you that for free? Oh, wow. That's why I'm here to say to MultiChoice, to say they've got no idea what their contribution is doing to football, what their contribution is also has done for these kids as well. And, they must carry on doing that for long. We truly appreciate. These kids truly appreciate the opportunity. They appreciate the platform. I mean, who would do that? I mean, we've tried many years to say, when we play away, we take our reserve league to play whichever team we play. It hasn't worked out because it's costly. And then we get somebody to say, don't spend a penny on your reserve league, on your reserve team. I will do that for you. I mean, it's magic.
And obviously, when you talk about the magic that MultiChoice has brought into this MultiChoice Diski Challenge, is it something that the league is looking at carrying on and on and on? Because, I mean, I don't know. We don't know if you sit there and you sign these big contracts. Is it something that's going to be on for what?
We'll be crazy not to. We all talk big, we all talk CSI, we all talk plowing back. But when you look at football, really, there couldn't have been anything better than this. When we talk CSI projects, we talk that. Some people just ticking the boxes, but this isn't that. I mean, look at how many players are coming out of this. Cosmos, not so long ago, a few days ago, Jomo was on air saying 7 of his players from Diski played against Chiefs. I'm telling you now, I said to my coaches after that, what are we waiting for?